Hi friends, welcome back to Ridgehaven Homestead. It's Lori and today's video is a stock up video. We're hitting the bulk food order and I'm going to show you what we got. We got some really good deals today, so come along and join us. Welcome to Ridgehaven Homestead. From the mountains of Upper East Tennessee, we share snippets of our off-grid life, cabin build, and garden blessings. Pour yourself a cup of tea, sit back, and take a peek into our off-grid home and family. What can we do in a day? We're gonna find out. Our day started kind of slow because everyone was still dragging from being sick, but now I am at our bulk food pickup and I see a doggy with his head sticking out of the window of the car in front of me. I've got kids at home doing projects and I have two sick kitties that, not really sick, they just got their little operation. So I am going to fill this car with bulk food, and this probably will be my stock up video for next week because it's a lot. I don't always do a ton at our bulk food order, but if you can see the back of my car, it is largely empty. A couple random things, they're gonna be moved. But we're gonna check back in a moment and hopefully it's gonna be full. I don't usually take a video of this, but why not? We get our food order every 3 weeks and sometimes I order and sometimes I don't. When he pulls up, they have a forklift and they start unloading things and I'm heading out there to do the same. Put my hands in the job and help get these stacks made. Okay, it's been more than a minute, but the back of my car is pretty much filled up with groceries. And this is a wonderful haul because I was able to get cans of tomatoes for 25 cents a can. And so you better believe I stocked up. I felt a little bit greedy ordering that many, but you know what? Our tomatoes didn't grow in our garden this year at all. We just had a few to eat fresh and they were good, yummy and everything, but I didn't can any tomatoes this year, which is so unusual. And so I stocked up on tomatoes, and that everyone here at the grocery drop off, they helped me load the stuff. I was able to get some cheese, some vegan cheese that's normally like super duper expensive, and now I just got it for pennies on the dollar, literally just, you know, crazy prices. So we got some good things I can show you. I know this is red quinoa, which I believe I got 25 pounds of that because it's a really healthy grain and it has high protein. And yeah, I didn't go crazy on a lot of like crazy things, like a lot of extra things, except for if you want to count my husband's whipped cream stash, which he really likes the Ready Whip vegan, either coconut or almond based. So yes, we did get some of that. And now my challenge is going to be, can I fit this stuff in my freezer? Tomatoes, no problem. I can store them anywhere, but the stuff that needs to go in the fridge, it's going to be like a little puzzle solving for the rest of the day. So I better head home and get to it. It's a rainy day and our road is looking pretty bare. All of a sudden the leaves have left and it's looking like late fall rather than early fall. I'm kind of sad that the leaves changed, but I'm just embracing the whole fall feeling. I just love the fall. We finally have a little bit of a cooler day today, kind of in the 50s, and with the rain it makes it kind of feel like 40s, but I'm just enjoying it. We have a little fire going and yeah, surging towards Thanksgiving and almost Christmas time. I say almost Christmas time because if you look in Walmart, it's almost Christmas time, but it's really not. I have returned and I have been unloading the car, and thankfully my boys helped me because I had quite a few tomatoes and many hands made light work. And let me tell you, having teenagers that can carry like 7 cases of 12 is amazing because I can carry about 3 and that's my max. So the bulk food days, I wish I was one of those people where I could just order it, come home, everything's on the shelf in 10 minutes and then we're good to go. But for some reason it sort of throws me. And so here we have a lot of stuff that I have to deal with, and I wasn't really planning to do a food haul, but let me just show you a few of the things that I got because I want to remind you that there's so many ways to stock up. And this is just one example. This is our bulk food order that our region participates in. And like once every 3 weeks you can order if you want to, and there's never any pressure. And sometimes I don't order at all, and sometimes I try things. Sometimes we try completely new things, and this time it was kind of a stock up on things that were a really good deal. My main thing that I got this time was canned tomatoes. I got canned tomatoes that are hopefully going to last us for a good long time. Our tomatoes did not do well in the garden, and so they had tomatoes marked down to 25 cents a can. And so I can't can them, I can't grow them for that. I wish they were organic, but they're not. But they're whole tomatoes canned in juice, and they're good, and they're great for making tomato soup, because this week we had several people sick, and I was able to just whiz them in the blender, add some cooked carrots and some almond milk or oat milk seasonings, and then we had a nice nourishing tomato soup. And so that really hit the spot for those like with a sore throat and just not feeling good. So I did get some tomatoes, and like I said, I'm hoping that I won't have to buy tomatoes for a good long time. It is so painful for me to buy tomatoes at over $1 a can. It's just not something I can do very well. So I'll show you a few of the things that I got that are interesting, and yeah, this is kind of to stock our shelves for a while. And we did try a few new things. This is one example of something that we tried, and I got 1 case of this, so it's 4. And what I really thought this was going to be was like pancake syrup, and it's labeled as sugar-free hazelnut syrup. And so Andrew tried this, and he said it's really watery, and it's sweetened with stevia, so that's good for those of us who like to leave off the sugar. Since I'm talking to you about it, why not give it a try? I really thought it would be a nice addition to an alternative to maple syrup, but it's just like water. So I'm guessing this is for like adding it to beverages. Okay, oh, that's really strong. It's pretty hazelnutty. It's really sweet, and then actually the aftertaste is really hazelnutty. It smells like, you know, it's like those candles smell. It's super concentrated. So, okay, as I've tasted this, this is what I'm gonna do with it. I will put some of this, I will actually water it down. It's too sweet. Water it down, thin it down. This would be great. Okay, I'm thinking of this. This would be great with either water or coconut milk. Add this to it, like a tablespoon or 2, and then I will thicken it with cornstarch and make like a syrup that can be used for pancakes or over desserts, and or like ice cream. We make the vegan ice cream, which is basically frozen blended bananas. So yeah, this would be great for adding flavor to ice creams. Oh man, this would be good, like a not butter pecan because it's hazelnut. It's got a nice flavor. So I got 4 of these. I don't remember how much they were. I went ahead and printed out my invoice because I didn't want to walk down to our car where my invoice is. So this was basically $2.50 a bottle. I feel like that's probably a good deal. I don't really know, but it'll give us a chance to play around and do interesting things. I won't tell you how much I spent on this haul because I don't want you to judge me, because what we buy may not be the same as what you would buy, and that's okay. We eat differently. We eat largely plant-based, and that's how I cook anyway, so that's what I order. Okay, so I got the tomatoes. I did get a bag of 25 pounds of quinoa, and the quinoa was a good price. So I got the Daya cheese, and this is super expensive in the store, and I just plan to keep this in my refrigerator. Making room in my refrigerator is going to be the main trick. So I got some shredded Parmesan and some of cheddar, and the Parmesan was a decent deal, but the cheddar was like just dirt cheap. It came out to just so cheap. So I did try this the last time. I just got 1 box of each the last time. This stuff in the store is like at least $5 or $6, which is kind of silly, but whatever. It's plant-based cheese and dairy-free Daya. So this is the cheddar, And let me see if I did the math. For the cheddar, it was $3.08 for, I don't know if there's 12 in here, which I can't see. Yeah, 12 in this box. So $3 divided by 12, do the math. I can't do it when I can't like do two things at once. So it's pretty cheap. It seems like it came out to like 59 cents a piece, but I'm not sure. If my math is wrong, don't sue me. I don't do things like that in my head too well. Okay, so I got the cheese and we'll dole that out as long as I can find room for it. Another thing that my husband he requested was more whipped cream. And so they did have the Ready Whip coconut and almond. Here he comes, I hear him. So we got a couple cases of this. So the non-dairy almond and the non-dairy coconut, it's pretty good. This is like 6 ounces, and they had a really good price on these. So Thanksgiving is coming, and so is Christmas. And if I can keep them in the fridge, if I can keep them hidden before everybody gobbles them up, which is the challenge, because I've been doing some baking for Thanksgiving, making pumpkin pies and stuff. And so that's all the more reason why people grab these, and we can kill one of these in a meal. It's really kind of sad. I think if we eat them that fast, they're probably not that healthy, but they are non-dairy, no cholesterol. So we like to keep some of these on hand for the times when they're cheap, and that's when we buy them. And then during the rest of the year, we make our coconut whipped cream. Okay, one thing that I bought last time, which I got a few more of, and that is this alioli sauce. This is a garlic sauce. It's a small container, like 6.35 ounces. So this is garlic. You can actually think of it almost like a garlic mayonnaise. And these were 25 cents each. So I got a few cases of these. These are great on sandwiches, drizzled over potatoes. Oh, so good. Over potatoes. You can put it on salad. You can put it on lots of things, but it's really good. This is plant-based, and it's usually a lot more. So it's shelf stable, so you don't have to keep it refrigerated. I got some of those. I took a chance on this. This is a electrolyte mix, which is kind of like your liquid IV. And the liquid IV is so expensive. My husband drinks it all the time, and he provides it sometimes for his crew members. And so they're out sweating, working hard, and so they have to have that because of replacing their electrolytes. But I'm always looking for other options. And so I went ahead and tried this Meyer passion fruit flavored rehydration drink. And so there's 2 reasons. I like to keep this on the shelf for sickness. If people are throwing up or have diarrhea, it's good to replace the potassium and all your electrolytes. But then it's also good if you've been sweating. So Andrew tried some of this. I tried some of his as well, just a little bit, like a spoonful, and it's quite good. It's similar to the liquid IV. It has some cane sugar and some stevia. And I have not compared it side by side to see if the electrolytes are the same, but these came out to about 23 cents per stick versus the liquid IV, which is over $1 a stick. Even when we buy it at Costco, I think they're at least 85 cents a stick, possibly more. And so this is a good deal, and I need to hide these because people will drink them up if they think they're cheap. It's just the psychology of it. They think cheap stuff, we're gonna drink it up. Okay, I got something to put on my shelf, and it's just another case of this shelf-stable almond milk, unsweetened. We like to keep this around. What else did we get? We got 6 of these Herdy's green salsa, the tomatillo salsa. And I'm trying to think of how much those cost. $4.50 for this. So it's still better priced than those on the shelf. And we like the Herdy's because it doesn't have vinegar in it. And so this wasn't like a dirt cheap steal, but it was a good price. And so I gotta hide these so people don't gobble them up. Here comes somebody up the steps. My dear husband has come home. Okay, another thing we tried this time I took a chance on, and that is these Kalamata olives. I got a couple of cases of these olives, which are like packed in water, and I thought my husband would really like those because he loves those kind of olives. Turns out they have wine vinegar in them, so they're not as great of a deal as I thought. I tried to scour the ingredients everywhere, and I didn't see anything that looked like it was that had vinegar in it, but we can't do vinegar because it upsets our stomachs, so we try to avoid that. So I think some people will eat these, but not the intended people that I planned. I think the main other thing that we got was some oat milk to go in the fridge. It was a good price for the oat milk. This is Chobani oat milk, and sometimes we get this kind, but usually it's kind of priced high. So this was a good deal for that. And then we got one flat of Earth Balance butter, which was a better deal than the grocery store, and so we'll just keep it on our shelves. We like to not run out. So that is what we bought, and now I get to put it away. Okay guys, that wraps up our bulk food haul. I just wanted to remind you that there are so many ways to stock up. Sometimes we stock up for our preparedness supplies or our pantry supplies at the dollar store. Sometimes we go to the grocery outlet. And if you can do it, if you have a bulk food order system in your area, check out the prices. Yes, you do have to check the due dates, and if it's canned goods, you might be able to get a little bit longer than what they say, just depending on what you're comfortable with. But I feel like we did good this time. We have a lot of things to put on our pantry shelves, and a couple of notes. We've tried many of the things in that food order. The green salsa, it's great. The tomatillo salsa from Herdy's, we really have been liking. So the syrup, the hazelnut syrup, just a note about that. When I was doing some research on it, it finally dawned on me. This is for coffee. This is coffee syrup. It's not pancake syrup. But when I think syrup, I usually think of pancakes and waffles. So actually, it's been a game changer. I get something called Dandy Blend, which is a coffee substitute made from different herbs and roots and dandelion. It is so delicious, and I have really been loving the hazelnut syrup in there. Put a little almond milk or oat milk, and I have like a hazelnut latte. It is really, really good. Oh my. So that has been great for me. I'll try to see if there's any next time. I may stock up because the price is good. I noticed on Walmart that it's like $13 a bottle, which is silly. It's supposed to last a long time. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. The other stuff that we've been getting is, stuff to stock our shelves. We've been making a lot of tomato soup, and it's been really delicious. So think outside the box. Think of all the different ways that you could possibly stock up, and just be creative. And I think that you'll find that doing preparedness and stocking up or prepping your pantry, all these things are not so hard. Just look around, look for bulk things, and yeah, let me know what things in your area. Do you have an Azure Standard? Do you have Country Life? There's another one, I can't remember, but there's lots of food orders. We just happen to have this one, which is like closeout deals in our area, which we really appreciated. Sometimes I order nothing, and sometimes I like stock up for the year. And so I hope that you are finding some good deals and finding some inspiration. Let me know what you're finding, and maybe I'll share some other things that we're finding too next time. But until next week on our stock up video, be safe, be well, and God bless you. And also, thank you for coming, and please subscribe to our channel so you can keep getting this kind of content in your feed. Have a great day.